3.
All right. Now, with the C method of writing, what does the S stand for?
Statement.
Okay. What does the E stand for? And what does the second E stand for? Explanation. How many statements do you have per body paragraph? Okay. How many examples of how many sentences each? 2. And for every 2 sentences of example, a minimum of how many sentences of explanation?
3.
Okay, so good writing is as simple as 1, 2, 3, C. And as long as you don't want to get a C, you have to show a little bit of T and A transitions and attribution. All right, which tends to smooth things out. Question?
So,
You guys, let's listen. Go ahead.
so for like the first sentence of your example, you have to explain it in 3 sentences and then another sentence? Or-
Well, no, if there's one example, it's going to be a minimum of 2 sentences long. Correct? What's always longer, your explanation or the example?
No, explanation.
Explanation's always longer because that's purely you. All right? So if you have 2 sentences of example, you have at least 3 sentences max of explanation. If you have 4 sentences of example, you have at least 6 sentences of explanation. Okay? You can just leave that there. That's good. All right. Let's go over why essays have this shape here. This will actually help you guys when you're writing your intro. You'll think about the shape. You'll see that in your mind. All right. Let's have Holly. Can you read us about structuring your essay? This paragraph right here.
Paragraphs like essays follow a simple format that has 3 basic parts. A complete paragraph has
Okay, wait. Let's pause. Guys, we do need all eyes up here. Some of us aren't even on the right page. What page are we on? Page 7 in a Right Way packet. Should you take notes on this page? Yes, you should. All right. Try it again from the top and a little bit louder, please.
Paragraphs like essays follow a simple format that has 3 basic parts. A complete paragraph has a 1-statement topic sentence, at least 2 sentences of examples, supporting sentences, and at least 3 sentences of explanation, closing sentences for every.
Okay, so let's go ahead and circle important things in there. So, it has a statement. It has examples and explanation. That's every body paragraph, okay? Pick someone to read, whoops. Pick someone to read this next part right here. Jade.
Likewise, essays have 3 components: an intro, which introduces the topic through a thesis statement, a body where the writer supports the thesis with examples, and a conclusion evaluating the decision you reach on how the thesis is supported and proved.
Okay, now circle the 3 parts of an essay. And we all know what that is. What are the 3 parts you have in an essay?
Intro,
Intro,
body,
body,
conclusion.
and conclusion. Okay? Now, all of us know an introduction. It simply introduces the topic. What sentence ends your introduction? Guys, got to hear from everybody. What type of sentence ends your intro, regardless of which essay it is for any class you'd ever write for? Now, we did this in class on Friday. Say it again. A thesis statement. Your intro ends with a thesis statement. So underline thesis statement right there. The body paragraphs, that's where we use the C method, statement, example, explanation. Here's where most students, though, tend to struggle. Conclusion. What does the word conclusion mean?
Closing.
Closing, what else? Okay, what does that mean? The end. Yes.
The resolution.
Okay, a conclusion is really an explanation. If you watch a trial or read about a trial, the judge will ask the jury, has the jury reached a decision or has the jury reached its conclusion? So therefore, what is a conclusion? It's an explanation of what you have proven. Okay? Most of us write summaries for our conclusion. And that just tells us what we've already learned. Okay? But look at Bloom's taxonomy over here on the wall. Where does summary belong? Comprehension level. Okay? Where do we want our summary to be? Evaluation. So what a conclusion does, Brandon, is that it tells us in a new way what you've proven. It doesn't introduce anything new. It doesn't quote anybody else. Whose thoughts are these only? Just your conclusion, your decision that you've reached. And when we read this, we should have a new level of understanding regarding your topic. Okay? Now, every time you write an essay, structure your writing according to the following shapes on the right. So let's, who read last? It was Jake. Pick someone up here to read the next part of this.
Enrique.
Okay. Indrika, let me save this first. Wait, oh man, I'm just going to clear this. Hold on. All right. Okay, Indrika, you're going to read this part right here about the introduction.
The introduction is shaped like an upside-down triangle because you begin your essay with a lead that everyone can relate to, yet at the same time answer the prompt by connecting it to the subject you're writing about. As you continue to write your introduction, narrow your focus little by little, seamlessly trying in the subject until you reach the last sentence that clearly states your thesis.
Okay, we look at this right here. Look at the shape of the intro. All right, why is it wide at the top?
Because it's a little longer.
And why is it pointed at the bottom?
It's focusing towards the bottom.
Okay, say it again.
Focusing towards the bottom.
Yeah, it's focus. What goes at the? What's your last sentence of your intro? I need all eyes up here right now. This is the key here. If you understand how to write the intro, because you know how to write body paragraphs, it's almost impossible not to get an A on this essay. All right. Why is the thesis at the bottom? It's the point of your, exactly, it's the point of your essay. So let's circle that, please. It's the point of your essay. Now notice what it says up here, is that a lead hook that answers the prompt. It's wide because when you have your first sentence, are you going to be talking about transcendentalism in your first sentence?
Basic.
No. Think back to your anticipation guide. Before we even read anything on the transcendental writers, you guys just wrote about the themes, right? Now, are themes people from all over the world can understand? Can anyone understand rebellion or seizing the day or civil disobedience? No?
Yeah.
Most people can understand what rebellion is. Most people can understand what it means to seize the day. In Matt's words, to take the bull by the horns, okay? You want to start out, and let's write this down, with a universal, write that on your packet, a universal lead. You want to start out with a universal lead right here. And that's just going to be one, maybe two sentences long. Let's write that down. That's going to be right here, 1 to 2 sentences. Well, I was smart then, that's why I was doing that. Okay, I wondered. All right. Let me get a different pen. Wait, that just says. Okay, your lead or your hook is 1 or 2 sentences. What does it mean to hook the reader? You grab their attention, okay? Then, once you grab their attention, notice what it says to do now. Reflect in depth. So if this is 1 sentence, this here, we're going to go 3 to 4 sentences. Now guess which step would help you do this part? Step 3, put it in our notes right here. Step 3. You've already done this. You've already written part of your intro. Okay? And hopefully you got that from your anticipation guide. Then you tie in the subject. What's our subject? Transcendentalism. You'll give an explanation. So explain. I'm going to circle this for transcendentalism. You're going to explain what transcendentalism is in 2 to 3 sentences. Then you're going to get this context. Here, you're going to talk about the 3 different writers. Who were they? Emerson, Thoreau, and Whitman. And that's going to be at least 2 sentences on each. So how many sentences is that? That's like 6 to 7 sentences. And then your thesis, which is always this 1 sentence. So at a minimum, how long is your intro? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 11 sentences long is your intro. I need to see these notes on your paper before you leave. Your ticket out of here today is that you've written this on the directions, okay? Emerson, Thoreau, and Whitman. Now, if you don't have the packet, where are you writing this? in your notes. You're writing this down in your notes, what I just wrote up here. You draw the triangle. We're gonna hit the pause button here, so go ahead and do a fade, and we'll pick up here tomorrow.